Ladies and gentlemen, each day places decisions in front of us. You can remain exactly where you are safe, familiar, unchanged. Or you can choose to rise slightly higher, not in one massive jump, not through dramatic leaps, but through small, consistent movements forward. A 1% improvement might seem meaningless right now. It might feel like it barely counts. But over time, that tiny shift becomes the difference between staying stuck and reaching greatness. You don't have to cover miles in a single night. You don't need to reinvent your entire life in one instant. What you truly need is the bravery to take one more step ahead, to be just a bit better than you were yesterday. Here's the reality. No one wakes up standing at the summit. No one opens their eyes one morning and accidentally finds themselves successful. The top is never reached by chance. It's earned. It's constructed slowly, brick by brick, step by step, habit by habit. It's formed through the grind, through discipline, through quiet perseverance when no one is paying attention. Every day offers a fresh chance. Every challenge you encounter isn't meant to stop you. It's a sharpening tool. It exists to test you, shape you, and strengthen you. Most people picture success as something explosive. They imagine instant breakthroughs, dramatic turning points, a single moment that changes everything. But that's not how real success is created. True success is built on consistency, on showing up even when you don't feel inspired, on doing the work, especially when there's no applause waiting for you. It's not one defining moment that transforms your life. It's the hundreds, the thousands of small moments repeated over and over again. The choices, the habits, the effort that quietly compounds unseen, until one day the results can no longer be ignored. Greatness begins with a decision. If you've made yours, comment, "I choose growth right now." Consistency isn't flashy. It doesn't sparkle or draw attention. Often it feels heavy, slow, even dull. But that's exactly when it matters most. It's easy to give everything when motivation is high, when excitement is strong, when the vision feels crystal clear. But what happens when motivation disappears, when progress feels painfully slow and the mountain seems impossibly tall? That moment right there is the line that separates people. That's where greatness is created. The average stop, the extraordinary keep moving. Each day you show up and give your best, even when it feels like nothing is happening. You're planting seeds. Seeds of success. Seeds that will one day grow into something far greater than what you can see right now. Think about momentum. Every step forward builds upon the last. At first, it's small, maybe even invisible. But like a snowball rolling downhill, every rotation adds speed, adds weight, adds force. Before long, what started small becomes unstoppable. That's the power of consistency, quiet, patient, unrelenting. It builds strength, it builds character, it builds results, and here's the best part. You don't need to conquer mountains in a single day. You just need to keep climbing, step by step, inch by inch. Progress, no matter how minor it seems, is still progress. Let's simplify it. Picture a massive goal. Something so large it feels overwhelming. From the base, the mountain looks impossible. But you don't climb a mountain by fixating on the peak. You climb it by focusing on the next step, then the next, then the one after that. Slowly, the impossible becomes achievable. This is the power of small steps. They're sustainable. They don't exhaust you. They don't demand everything at once. They're manageable. They're repeatable. And because of that, they last. When those steps turn into habits, and those habits become part of who you are, success becomes unavoidable. Understand this. Slow progress is still progress. Even when you can't see results yet, the roots are growing. The foundation is getting stronger. You might not notice it now, but trust the process, because the process is always working in your favor. And it all comes back to choices. From the moment you wake up, your life is shaped by decisions. Some are major, most are minor, but every single one moves you closer to the person you want to become or pulls you further away. It's easy to dismiss small choices as unimportant, but don't be mistaken. They define you. Think about it. Choosing to wake up early and begin your day with purpose, or hitting snooze and slipping back into sleep. In the moment, it feels trivial, but it sets the direction for everything that follows. Choosing to study one more hour, to go to the gym when you're exhausted, to save a little instead of spending carelessly. These decisions stack up day by day, year by year. They shape your future. Your life isn't built on one dramatic decision. It's built on the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make every single day. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Don't ignore the strength of consistency. Success isn't a sprint. It isn't one giant leap. It's the daily commitment to keep moving forward, no matter how small the step, no matter how quiet the progress. Keep going when it's hard. Keep going when it feels slow. Keep going when no one is watching. Because every small step creates momentum. Every habit becomes a brick in your foundation, and every choice is writing the story of who you're becoming. One day, when you look back, you'll realize you didn't just climb the mountain. You became the kind of person who never stops climbing. Every single day you face choices. Choices that seem ordinary, forgettable, insignificant. Choosing to invest time in learning something new or to scroll endlessly on your phone. Choosing to push yourself a little further or to take the comfortable route. These aren't just fleeting moments. They reflect your priorities. They reveal how deeply you value growth. On their own, they don't look like much. What's 5 minutes here or 10 minutes there? What's skipping one workout, one study session, one chance to improve? In the moment, it feels harmless. But repeated day after day, these decisions become habits. And habits form the foundation of your life. You are the result of your choices. If you repeatedly choose comfort, avoidance, or the easier option, those choices will eventually shape you. They will limit you. They will tie you to mediocrity. But if you choose intentionally, if you push yourself, even in small ways, to face challenges, to pursue growth, to step into discomfort, then little by little, you will transform who you are. You'll reprogram your mindset. You'll redirect the path of your future. The power of daily choices is this. You are in control, no matter where you are right now, no matter what you've endured, no matter what weighs on you today. Every sunrise gives you a new opportunity to decide. Will you stay as the person you've been, or will you move closer to the person you want to become? And no, that doesn't mean changing your entire life in one day. It means consciously choosing to be slightly better today than you were yesterday. Casting one more vote for discipline. Casting one more vote for growth. Because every choice is a vote. Ask yourself, are you voting for discipline or procrastination? For growth or stagnation, for health or neglect, each decision shifts the balance, and over time, the weight of those votes determines your direction. Now, let's talk about success. Too often, success is romanticized. We often imagine success arriving in a flash, a sudden breakthrough, a lucky moment, one instant that changes everything, but the reality is much less flashy. True success moves slowly. It is intentional. It demands patience, endurance, and the discipline to show up day after day, even when there's no visible progress. Success isn't a place you accidentally arrive at. It's a path you choose to walk, and that path is long. It twists, it rises, and at times it feels impossible to figure out. And this is where many people struggle. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification, fast food, fast money, fast results. We've been trained to expect rewards immediately, but lasting success doesn't work that way. Real achievement is built piece by piece, effort by effort, failure by failure, lesson by lesson. It's not one massive win. It's the quiet accumulation of countless small victories that no one notices. One of the main reasons success takes time is because success equals growth. And growth, by nature, is gradual. You don't wake up skilled. You don't master anything overnight. You learn, you fail, you adjust, you refine. Every setback becomes a step forward. Every obstacle strengthens your determination. Every move brings you closer to where you want to be. This process cannot be rushed. It demands patience. It demands trust in the journey. And above all, it demands belief in yourself. Even on the days you feel stuck, even when you question whether the effort is worth it. But something even deeper is happening. Chasing success over time doesn't just produce external results. It changes who you are on the inside. You don't simply receive the reward. You grow into someone capable of earning it. Along the way, you develop resilience, discipline, inner strength. The ability to stand firm when storms arrive, and they will arrive. Here's another truth. If you build too fast, if you look for shortcuts, if you rush without creating a solid base, whatever you build will collapse the moment pressure hits. That's why success takes time. Strong foundations require patience. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal growth, anything meaningful must be built to last. And when you finally reach the top after years of effort, the victory feels deeper because of the struggle. You won't just value the outcome, you'll value the journey. You'll appreciate the obstacles you faced, the lessons you learned, and the person you became along the way. That's what gives success its meaning. Challenges are not detours, they are the route. Struggles, setbacks, doubts. They aren't signals to quit. They are tests meant to shape you. They carve resilience into your core. They uncover strength you didn't know existed. So don't avoid challenges. Don't run from discomfort. Don't fear the long road, embrace it. Because it's in those difficult moments, those late nights, those silent battles no one sees, that greatness is forged. Your future isn't created in one dramatic moment. It's built through the small choices you make every day. It's built through consistency. It's built through your refusal to stop when things get hard. So remember this: every decision is a vote. Every habit is a brick. Every day is an opportunity. Build with intention. Choose wisely. Stay consistent. And one day you'll look back not only at what you achieved, but at the stronger, wiser, unbreakable person you became along the way. Challenges, these are the moments that pull you out of your comfort zone. When life is easy, it's easy to fall into routines that feel safe but keep you stuck. Comfort feels good, but comfort rarely produces growth. It quietly traps you in mediocrity. It convinces you that settling is acceptable. But when a challenge appears, when life blocks your path, that's when the real test begins. A challenge forces you to dig deeper, to search harder, to discover solutions you didn't know you had. It pushes you to access strengths you never realized were inside you. It's here, in the heat of difficulty, under the weight of resistance, that real growth begins, not in ease, not in comfort, but in the stretching, the strain, the push beyond what you once believed was possible. Every challenge carries lessons that success alone can never teach. Failure teaches humility. Struggle builds resilience. Missteps create awareness. Each challenge is an opportunity, not a punishment, to learn more about yourself and the world. And understand this clearly. It's not the challenge that defines you. It's how you respond. Do you retreat or do you rise? Do you let it break you or do you turn it into fuel? Every challenge offers a choice. Quit or grow. Challenges are powerful for another reason. They create resilience, and resilience is the backbone of lasting success. Life will never be smooth. It will rise and fall, twist and turn. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and failures. But resilience, the ability to stand back up after being knocked down, that's what separates those who give up from those who break through. Every challenge you overcome proves to you that you can handle adversity. It strengthens your belief that obstacles won't stop you. That mental toughness becomes part of your identity, and once it does, future obstacles no longer feel like walls. They feel like hurdles. They no longer inspire fear. They awaken confidence. Challenges also build persistence. Success is never a straight line. It's messy. It's broken. It's filled with setbacks. The winners aren't the ones who had an easy path. They're the ones who refused to quit when the road became difficult. When you embrace challenges, you train your spirit to endure, to keep moving forward even when everything inside you wants to stop. You learn that setbacks aren't the end. They are part of the journey. And through this process, challenges reveal something incredible, your true potential. It's easy to underestimate yourself when you've never been tested. But when you're pushed to the edge, when you face difficulty head on, you discover that you are stronger, smarter, and more capable than you ever believed. Challenges unlock parts of you that comfort will never reach. This brings us to one of the most important truths about achievement: the grind. Commitment to the grind is what separates dreamers from doers. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants results. But very few are willing to endure the slow, relentless, often unrecognized work required to earn them. The grind is the daily discipline, the unseen hours, the effort no one applauds. It's showing up when you're exhausted. It's working when you don't feel motivated. It's doing what must be done even when it seems like nothing is changing. The grind isn't glamorous, it won't bring praise, it won't make headlines, but behind every breakthrough, every accomplishment, every victory, you will always find it. Long periods of grinding, quiet effort, sacrifices no one talks about, persistence when most would have walked away. The grind is the foundation of all success. Without it, the results you want will never arrive. What makes committing to the grind so powerful is that it separates those who are serious from those who are not. Anyone can want success, anyone can dream without limits, but only a small number are willing to pay what it truly costs. The grind demands sacrifice, it demands discipline, it requires you to give up short-term comfort in exchange for long-term rewards. Growth never happens in comfort, it happens in discomfort. Improvement requires stepping into uncertainty, failing, falling, and choosing to rise again. That's exactly what the grind trains you to do. And here's the truth about motivation. It's unreliable. Motivation comes and goes. It shifts like the wind. Discipline, however, is what keeps you moving when motivation fades, and discipline is forged in the grind. Every day you show up, you are building something within yourself. Strength, resilience, confidence. Even when progress feels slow, even when results seem invisible. Every repetition is like water dripping on stone. Every action compounds. It may feel meaningless now, but over time it creates momentum that cannot be stopped. That's why the grind is not only about today, it's about vision. It's about understanding that success takes time. That breakthroughs are built on thousands of small efforts. That the process matters just as much as the outcome. So lean into the grind, accept the challenges. Don't run from them, don't avoid them. They are not barriers in your way, they are the way. They are the fire that shapes greatness. Remember, this challenges shape you and the grind builds you. Together, they prepare you for the life you want. Stay committed, stay consistent, keep pushing forward, because one day you'll look back and realize that every challenge you faced and every day you spent grinding was never wasted. That was the process that made you unstoppable. Every day you commit to the work, you plant seeds, seeds you can't see yet, but they're alive. They're growing beneath the surface. The key is to keep nurturing them even when nothing appears to be happening. Even when results haven't surfaced, that is the grind, the ultimate test of patience, belief, and perseverance. Within the grind, you uncover one of life's most powerful truths. Consistency is everything. Success isn't built through short bursts of effort. It's not created by occasional passion, sudden inspiration, or inconsistent commitment. Success is built through the habit of showing up, through putting in the time. Through repeating the process day after day, again and again. Consistency grows quietly, slowly, invisibly at first, then suddenly its impact becomes undeniable, and it is always those who stay consistent, those who fully commit to the grind, who eventually rise above the rest. Because when you stay committed, you separate yourself from those who quit at the first sign of resistance. You become different. You become someone who doesn't just talk about goals, but relentlessly works toward them every single day. But understand this. Committing to the grind isn't only about external success. It's about character. The grind shapes you. It molds you into someone with integrity, someone who respects hard work, persistence, and the long-term vision, someone who rejects instant gratification and learns to love the process of growth. And when you fall in love with the process, something changes. You stop chasing quick wins. You start valuing the journey. You realize the grind itself is where true transformation takes place. In a world obsessed with speed, shortcuts will always tempt you. The promise of fast money, instant success, quick results, it's everywhere. Wanting to move faster is natural. Wanting to skip the pain is human, but here is the truth. There are no shortcuts. Real success cannot be rushed. It cannot be cheated. It cannot be hacked. Success demands time. It demands effort. It demands commitment to the process. Shortcuts are illusions. They may seem to save time in the moment, but they always take more in the end. They cut corners where it matters most. They leave gaps in your understanding, cracks in your foundation, and weaknesses in your skill. Shortcuts might get you to the top faster, but when you arrive, you won't be equipped to stay there, because success isn't just about reaching the summit. It's about having the strength to remain standing when pressure hits, and shortcuts never build that strength. Every step of the journey has purpose. Every challenge holds meaning. Every struggle exists to teach you something. When you take shortcuts, you steal those lessons from yourself. You deny yourself the growth required to sustain success. Success built on shortcuts is fragile. It may look solid from the outside, but it collapses under stress. It isn't designed to last, but when you choose the long road, when you refuse to skip the grind, you create a foundation that cannot be shaken. The long road teaches patience. It builds persistence. It reveals the power of gradual progress. Every step, no matter how small, is an investment. Every repetition is a deposit into your future, and over time, those deposits compound into something unstoppable. There's a reason the most successful people in every field are those who've been grinding for years. They didn't cut corners, they didn't skip stages, they mastered their craft through repetition, they learned through failure, they refined themselves through setbacks, they trusted the process when results were invisible. And because of that, they built success that lasts, and there's something shortcuts can never give you: pride. Real, unshakable pride, the kind that comes from knowing you earned it, from looking back and saying, I built this, I fought for this, I endured for this. That kind of fulfillment can never be replicated by shortcuts. Achievements gained the easy way feel empty, but achievements earned through effort, sacrifice, and struggle become something more. They become a story. Proof of resilience, evidence of discipline, a reflection of relentless commitment. So remember this every day you stay committed to the grind. You're planting seeds. Don't dig them up too early. Don't be seduced by shortcuts promising fast results. Trust the process, keep nurturing the seeds, stay consistent, because one day they will break through the surface. One day the grind will reveal its reward, and when it does, you'll realize the waiting, the struggle, the long road. It was all worth it. And the real victory won't just be what you achieved, it will be who you became along the way. In the pursuit of lasting success, the process is just as important, if not more important, than the outcome. Because the discipline you build, the skills you sharpen, the lessons you collect along the journey, those are what sustain you. Titles fade, trophies collect dust, recognition passes, but who you become through the process lasts forever. There is no replacement for the growth that comes from fully committing to the journey. Shortcuts may look attractive, they may promise speed and ease, but they rob you of growth, of wisdom, of strength, of character that could only be built by facing challenges and doing the work. The most fulfilling successes are never the fast ones. They are the ones earned step by step through dedication, effort, and resilience. That is why there are no shortcuts to true greatness. The path is long. But only by walking it fully do you gain the strength, wisdom, and experience not just to reach your goals, but to rise beyond them. And when your vision moves beyond success toward meaning, toward impact, that's when you begin building something greater, a legacy. A legacy is something that outlives you, something that reflects your values, your purpose, your contribution to the world. It's not just about personal achievement. It's about leaving behind something that inspires, uplifts, and endures. But a legacy doesn't happen by accident. It requires vision, it requires commitment, it requires purpose that goes beyond short-term rewards. To build a legacy, you must first decide what truly matters. What do you stand for? What do you deeply care about? How do you want to be remembered? The moment you answer those questions with clarity, your legacy begins. And once that vision is clear, it must be lived. Building a legacy is not passive. It's not theory, it's action. It's consistency, it's dedication. It's aligning your goals with your values and working relentlessly toward them. Every decision, every step, every action becomes a stroke on the canvas of your legacy. And remember this, a true legacy is never only about you, it's about people. It's about the lives you influence, the wisdom you pass on, the hope you ignite. Your impact grows when you teach, when you inspire, when you commit yourself to something bigger than personal gain. When you lift others, your legacy stretches far beyond your own accomplishments. But legacy also requires resilience. It won't be easy. The road will challenge you, it will pressure you, it will try to wear you down. And that's where its beauty lies. Because in moments of struggle, when adversity hits, when doubt creeps in, when setbacks stand tall, your true character is revealed. That's what endures. Not just that you succeeded, but that you refused to quit when success felt out of reach. And a real legacy doesn't end with you. It must continue. It must be carried forward. That means sharing what you've learned, building systems that endure, inspiring others to carry the mission ahead. A legacy that can't be passed on is unfinished, but one that grows and evolves beyond you. That is timeless. This is why every action counts. Every choice matters. You're not only shaping your own life, you're influencing the lives that come after you. Legacy means thinking beyond the present. It means asking yourself, will what I'm building today still matter tomorrow? Will it remain when I'm no longer here? Because at its core, legacy is about leaving a positive mark on the world, creating something meaningful, building something that continues to inspire long after you're gone. It demands vision, commitment, and the willingness to endure for something greater than yourself. But legacy isn't the only source of fulfillment. There is also the daily pursuit of growth, the commitment to being better than yesterday. This isn't about perfection. Perfection doesn't exist. It's about progress, about refinement, about continuous improvement. Every single day offers you the opportunity to grow, to make a small adjustment, to become a little stronger, to think a little clearer, to live a little better. It's easy to fixate on massive goals, big achievements, distant visions, but the real power lies in the small daily actions, the habits, the disciplines, the decisions, because when your focus is simply on being slightly better than yesterday, those small improvements compound. They stack, and over time they change everything. Embrace the process, build the legacy, commit to being better than yesterday, because greatness isn't defined only by what you accomplish. It's defined by who you become and what you leave behind. And if you commit to the journey, if you accept the long road, if you dedicate yourself to daily growth and positive impact, you won't just reach success, you will create significance, and significance lasts. You want to achieve something great. Start by breaking massive goals into small, manageable daily improvements. It's not about conquering the mountain in one day. It's about taking the next step. It's about choosing to be just a little more focused, a little more disciplined, a little more compassionate, a little more informed than you were yesterday. That's the mindset, better than yesterday. One of the greatest strengths of this mindset is that it creates continuous learning. When you commit to improvement, you're always searching for ways to grow, expanding your skills, sharpening your knowledge, reflecting on experiences, asking yourself, what can I learn here? How can I improve? Continuous learning keeps you evolving, adapting, and ready for whatever lies ahead. But this mindset also requires self-awareness. To improve, you must first understand yourself. You must recognize your strengths, accept your weaknesses, clarify your direction, and track your progress. That awareness gives you focus. It shows you where to apply your energy and fuels your drive to keep pushing. It also transforms how you view failure. When you're committed to being better than yesterday, failure isn't an ending, it's information. Mistakes become lessons. Struggles become teachers. Every setback offers insight, showing you how to adjust, refine, and grow stronger. Instead of letting failure stop you, you use it to move forward. This is where consistency becomes powerful. Being better than yesterday isn't about giant leaps. It's about steady movement, small improvements repeated daily. Over time, those steps build momentum. They compound, and what once felt unreachable becomes inevitable. Think about it. One small improvement each day seems insignificant at first, but add those improvements together, day after day, week after week, year after year, and the results are remarkable. That's how habits form. That's how success is built. As you commit to this mindset, resilience grows. When your focus is improvement, setbacks don't defeat you. Obstacles don't break you. You begin to see challenges as part of the process, as evidence that growth is happening. Resilience keeps you moving when others stop. It helps you stay focused, stay positive, and stay committed even when the road is difficult. And just as important, celebrate the small wins. Every major achievement is built from small victories. Finishing the workout, learning the skill, sticking to the routine, resisting the temptation. Alone, they may seem minor. Together, they create unstoppable momentum. Too often, we ignore these moments. We only look at the final goal. But when you overlook small wins, you drain your motivation and rob yourself of joy. Every small win is proof that you're moving forward, that the process is working, that you're growing. Celebrating them builds confidence. It reinforces belief, and belief fuels the next step and the next until progress becomes unstoppable. Recognizing small wins also strengthens resilience. When you acknowledge progress, no matter how small, you stay encouraged. You remind yourself that forward is forward, regardless of speed. So don't wait for the final milestone to celebrate. Celebrate the steps. Every step matters. Every win counts. Ultimately, being better than yesterday is about choosing a mindset of lifelong growth. It's understanding that personal development isn't a destination. It's a journey. Every day is an opportunity. Every decision is a vote. Every action is progress. Focus on daily improvements. Learn from every experience. Stay consistent, celebrate the wins, both big and small. Do that, and one day you'll realize you've built more than success. You've built a life of continuous growth, unshakable resilience, and unstoppable momentum. Because greatness isn't created in one defining moment. It's created in every moment you choose to be just a little better than yesterday. The journey toward meaningful goals is never easy, it's long. It's demanding, it's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments where progress feels painfully slow. But here's the truth. You don't have to wait until the finish line to feel victorious. You don't have to wait until the final goal is reached to acknowledge success. Along the way, there are small victories, forward steps, quiet wins that matter. And when you take time to recognize them, you give yourself the fuel needed to continue. Celebrating small wins does more than make you feel good. It strengthens you, it keeps your mindset positive, it reminds you that progress is happening, even if it's slower than you hoped. Each celebration becomes a spark, a mental boost that keeps your resilience strong and your commitment steady, no matter how many obstacles rise in front of you. And there's more to it than that. It brings joy into the process. Let's be honest, pursuing big goals can be draining, the grind can feel heavy, the road can feel endless. If you focus only on the final destination, you risk missing the beauty of the journey and burning out before you ever arrive. But when you celebrate small wins, the process itself becomes rewarding. What once felt like endless tasks turns into a series of victories. The struggle becomes a story of progress. You stop postponing happiness for the future and start experiencing it right now. And when you do this not only for yourself but with those around you, you create something powerful. A culture of progress, a culture of recognition, a culture where every effort and every step forward, no matter how small, is noticed, valued, and respected. That culture builds momentum, it inspires growth, it pushes everyone involved to keep striving because every win reinforces the mindset of progress. Celebrating small wins also brings clarity. When you break a large, overwhelming goal into smaller, achievable milestones and recognize each one, you create a clear path forward. Every milestone becomes proof that you're advancing. That's how intimidating goals turn into achievable ones, one small win at a time. And here's the deeper truth. Celebrating small wins reminds you that success isn't only about the destination. Success is the journey. It's built in the small steps, the daily efforts, the quiet victories stacked together over time. When you value the little wins, you create a positive cycle. The more progress you recognize, the more motivated you become. The more motivated you are, the harder you push, and the harder you push, the more wins you create. Momentum grows, confidence rises, perseverance strengthens, so remember this. The pursuit of greatness is not defined by one massive breakthrough. It's paved with countless small victories. Every step forward is proof of your dedication. Every win, no matter how small, is evidence that you're moving ahead. Take time to celebrate them, acknowledge your effort, honor the discipline, persistence, and courage it took to get there, because these moments of recognition aren't just rewards, they're essential milestones. They remind you how far you've come and why you must keep going. Celebrate every small win as a meaningful step toward your larger vision. See them as reflections of your journey, because when you do, chasing your dreams becomes more than reaching a destination. It becomes a series of powerful, motivating moments that keep your passion alive. Keep celebrating, keep building momentum. Let every small victory strengthen your resolve. One day, you'll look back and realize it wasn't only the big goal that mattered. It was every single step that carried you there. In the end, greatness isn't defined by one moment. It's built in the grind, in the challenges you overcome, in the lessons you absorb, and in the small wins you choose to celebrate every day. Your journey isn't just about arriving somewhere. It's about becoming the person who refuses to quit, who chooses growth over comfort, and who builds something that lasts. Every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you're moving closer to the life you envision. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start now. Be better than yesterday. Stay consistent. Keep pushing forward. Let your story be one of resilience, progress, and unstoppable determination. If this message resonated with you, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one small win you're celebrating today. It can be anything. Waking up early, completing a task, pushing through a tough moment. Share it, own it, and let's motivate each other to keep moving forward. And if you're ready to keep that fire burning, like this video, subscribe and share it with someone who needs this reminder. Greatness is built one step at a time. Remember, only you decide how limitless you are.